You're listening to Word Crimes.
This is Title 18, Word Crimes. I'm Eric Arneson. On this episode, Andrew Jatarski reads Airplane Mode by S2E10 Lauden.
I pulled the velvety ring box from my pocket and dropped to one knee. Her beautiful blue eyes opened wide in surprise before filling with tears.
S2E10 Lauden's debut novel, Bad Citizen Corporation, is out now. I love that title, and the cover, absolutely superb. The website My Bookish Ways described Bad Citizen Corporation as Black Flag meets Point Break meets Fatal Attraction with a hint of Eddie and the Cruisers. It's also been described as punk rock noir. Lauden, who, in addition to being a writer, is also a drummer, has had short stories published by the Flash Fiction Offensive at Out of the Gutter Online, Shotgun Honey, where I am one of the editors, and also at Akashic Books' Mondays Are Murder series. His website is absolutely packed with author interviews. He posts a new one just about every Monday. And now, here's S2E10 Lauden reading his story, Airplane Mode, originally published by the Flash Fiction Offensive at Out of the Gutter Online.
Airplane Mode by S2E10 Lauden. I bought the engagement ring on my way to the airport. She never told me exactly what she wanted, but had dropped plenty of hints over the years. I couldn't wait to see the look on her face when I showed it to her. In the end, I settled on a simple gold band with a 3-carat diamond. It looked like something that Archie might pick out for Betty, classy and beautiful, just like her. 3 months' salary is a lot less painful when you're buying on credit. The money she made as a flight attendant would come in handy once we were married. My carry-on bag was light because I wasn't really going anywhere, just part of a disguise that included wraparound shades, a trucker hat, and a 3-day stubble. There was a pretty good chance that she'd spot me eventually, but that wouldn't matter once we were up in the air. Thankfully, they board planes from the front and back at Burbank Airport. I figured my odds were 50-50. If nothing else, I knew it would make a funny story one day. I chose a window seat and immediately slumped into a sleeping posture. The tray table and seat back stayed in their locked and upright positions. The seatbelt was strapped low and tight across my hips. My phone was in airplane mode. There wasn't a single reason that anybody should bother me. We were cleared for takeoff and started rumbling down the runway. I listened carefully to the attendants above the familiar blast of the engines.
This aircraft has 6 exits, 2 forward exit doors, 2 overwing window exits, and 2 rear exit doors. Planes never had any flights with a
Nothing about the emergency evacuation speech had changed since the last time I gave it myself. I had to resist the urge to stand up and pantomime along with them. It was a red-eye flight, so the plane was half full. That meant I only had one other passenger in my row, a lanky 50-something businessman who took the aisle seat. He was a typical road warrior with a rumpled suit and a double scotch that screamed, "Leave me the fuck alone." I couldn't have asked for a better screen from the rest of the plane. The only time we interacted was when I climbed over him to use the bathroom. Once inside the cramped space, I fished an electric razor from my bag. It wasn't easy to shave with the plane bouncing around, but I still had my sea legs. My loud Hawaiian shirt went into the bag with the rest of my getup. I buttoned the dark blue Oxford and tucked it tight into my khakis. The reflection in the mirror was the man she would marry. Donna was standing in the galley filling a drink tray when I emerged. I pulled the velvety ring box from my pocket and dropped to one knee. Her beautiful blue eyes opened wide in surprise before filling with tears. I was practically shouting to propose above the roar of the turbines. I have never loved anybody as much as I love you. I want us to spend the rest of our lives together, whether that's 1 minute or 100 years. Will you please do me the honor of marrying me? The few nearby passengers who were still awake craned to look. I could feel the warmth of their smiles on my back as we all awaited her answer.
Oh my God. What the hell are you doing here, Jake? And why are you dressed like a flight attendant?
I managed to force a smile, but my hands were trembling. It already wasn't going like I'd been planning for 23 long months. I want things to be like they were between us. She shook her head, struggling to keep her voice to a professional whisper.
There was no us. We were just co-workers until you...
Don't go dredging up the past. I'm here now, asking for your hand in marriage.
But how? I always check the flight registry. Your name wasn't on there.
I dropped my voice to a growl and fixed her with a stare. I learned a few tricks while I was away, sweetheart.
I have a restraining order. Help!
Donna started shrieking. The other attendants began excusing their way down the aisle from the forward galley. I stood up and shoved her in the corner. Time was running out fast. Keep your voice down.
You're insane, Jake. You need help. Help!
All I need is you. I wrapped my fingers around her neck to keep her from screaming. The first attendant jumped on my back and yanked at my hair, but I didn't release my clutch. Donna's eyes bulged as I dug my thumbs deeper into her collapsing windpipe. A second crew member and a couple of groggy passengers piled in behind us. They clawed at my arms and tore at my clothes, but nobody was getting between us. Donna's body went limp, eyes rolling back in her head. I put my face close to hers until we were almost kissing. She was still wearing the same perfume that I dreamt about every night in prison. It's not too late to change your mind. But it was too late. For both of us. If only she'd said yes. Airplane Mode by S.W. Lauden.
Read by Andrew Jatarski. Edited by S.W. Lauden. Music by Czar. You can find this short story and lots of other great flash fiction at outofthegutteronline.com.
That was Airplane Mode by S.W. Lauden, originally published by the Flash Fiction Offensive at Out of the Gutter Online. Learn more about S.W. at his website, badcitizencorporation.com. You can find links to everything about S.W. Lauden, including his book, in the show notes for this episode at our website, wordcrimespodcast.com. You can listen to or download more than 25 free episodes of Word Crimes on iTunes or Stitcher, or at our website, wordcrimespodcast.com. Coming soon, stories by Todd Robinson and Angel Luis Colon. If you enjoy Word Crimes, please take a minute to rate the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Scott Detro and I will really appreciate it, and you'll help other people learn about this podcast. You can find me online at ericarneson.com. That's ERIKARNESON.com. I'm also at Eric Arneson on Twitter and easy to find on Facebook. The music on this episode is by The Throws. You can find them at The Throws, THROES, thethrows.com. And if you're anywhere near Haymarket, Virginia on December 19th, you can catch The Throws live at Lion and Bull. I'll be there. I hope you can join us as well. Thanks again for listening to Title 18 Word Crimes. We'll be back soon.